Hi guys, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I am doing a video on my Llewellyn decks, all the Llewellyn decks that I own to date. And to date would be the end of December 2017. It is also me and my new jammies that I got for Christmas from my mom. So sorry for the pajamas, but it's nighttime. After this video, I'm going to bed. But I only own 4 Llewellyn decks, surprisingly enough. And I thought I'd do a quick video to showcase which of those decks that I do own. And I've been doing some deck collection videos over the course of like the last month or so, because I want to kind of keep an inventory of the decks I have and just kind of show everyone what I'm working with. And it's not as many as I thought, which is kind of cool. I thought I had a lot more Llewellyn, but I don't. So, hey, what can I say? So, the first one that I got, or that came into my collection, was the Modern Spellcasters. And this one has a flip box. And it's by Melanie Marquis. And I love the box. Look at the inside. Let's see if you can see that right there. So pretty. It's like a coppery, bronzy color. And it has a little book. Well, this helps to pull the deck out of the box, but it's really pretty. Then we have this gorgeous guidebook that's relatively chunky. It's not glossy pages like some of the other Llewellyn books that I have, but it has a full page picture of the image. And then it has, let me back up. I really like this guidebook. And there was a time where I was using this guidebook more than I was actually using the deck, because it's a really good guidebook. And it's written, I'm assuming, by Melanie Marquis, and then the illustrations are by Scott Murphy. And for example, the minor arcana has 9 of cups here. It has a description, and then it has a reverse meaning, and then it has a magical uses section. And I think I'm going to explore that more this year as we move into 2018. Is the use of the different spells that come with this particular book. I mean, it's actually not even a spell. It's just kind of useful. It's giving different uses that you can use in spells. And here is the deck. Here's the backs. Let's see. It's not completely like, I mean, you can of course do reversals, and the book does offer reversals, but you can see it's not a perfectly like reversible type of deck. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. I love that. Here's the 4 of Swords. Here's the 10 of Cups. Here's the Magician. Trying to get it to focus. What I like about the cards too is that they are borderless, and they're really pretty images. And I know a lot of people don't like Llewellyn's cardstock, and I can understand why. But what I do love about this is Ace of Pentacles. What I do love about the cardstock is that I can riffle shuffle, and that they are easy to handle in my hands. They're not too large, which I appreciate. Here's the Hierophant. It's an interesting Hierophant. There's no face, it's like faceless, which is telling too, right? The big faceless church, the big faceless bureaucracy of it all, you know, right there. Here is the Four of Wands, which I think is beautiful. And what I love about this particular book is that it got me away from like all the Centennial or the Rider-Waite-Smith decks. And it got me to looking at Rider-Waite-Smith clones more. And I used it a lot when I first got it. Here's the Hanged Man. I don't use it as much now, but from time to time I pull it out. And this coming year I do plan to use it more often. Here's Judgment. Here's Six of Wands. Or excuse me, yeah, Six of Wands. I mean, I thought it was 7. Here's Nine of Wands. I want to just show you guys the Devil card. This is some kind of Devil card. Look at that. Here's the Fool card. So you kind of get the gist of this particular deck. Really nice. Again, I know people have complaints about the cardstock. The flimsiness, if you will, is what I like about it, because I do like to riffle shuffle. And I feel like there should be some decks out there that you should be able to riffle shuffle. Some of them, you know, when they have that heavier cardstock, it's not as fun for me to shuffle, to be honest with you. They're nice. They will last a lot longer, probably, but they're just not as fun to shuffle, truth be told. So I'll just put that up to the side. Then the next Llewellyn deck I got was the Steampunk Tarot. And it does not have the lovely flip box. I think this may have been created before the modern Spellcasters. It's by Barbara Moore, illustrated by Elisabeth. And beautiful deck. I wasn't able to get it back into its box because the guts that hold the deck in there and the book is out pretty much. And here's the book to bring that downstairs. It's thicker than the modern Spellcasters. And again, it's got full page, this is majorly full page black and white illustrations of the images. And love Barbara Moore's writing. She writes more in scenes in her book. It has a quote, or I forgot what you call those. I forgot. There's a saying for these like little messages. Epigraphs, I think. I forgot. Core meaning. It has a core meaning. And then, so it's right here, and then it goes into the body of the story that she's telling about this particular card. And it's quite lengthy. And let's see, the major arcana. It gives some reading tips even for the major arcana, which is nice. And she also goes into, you know, different questions to ask, how to work with the deck, tarot basics, etc. Probably the same in most tarot books, right? You know, it's just on par with all of that. Very good book, though. Then we have the backs. I thought about edging these. I have not taken the time to edge them yet, and I don't know if I will, because some decks really for me needed it, like my Stretch Tarot, because it was dark, like dark edges, and it was starting to chip, so I wanted to hide that more. But these I don't need to, and I like them without it. It's fine. Here's the Queen of Swords. I'm not going to show too many images of the Steampunk Tarot because so many people have this deck. There's so many probably reviews out there of it. Just kind of want to give you a gist since you're watching the video, in case you want to go out and buy it. That is the Seven of Swords. Here's the Queen of Pentacles. Here's the Six of Pentacles. It's interesting. Here's the Emperor. I love the Emperor. Page of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. I was hoping to get, let's see. Oh, I love Seven of Pentacles. Here's Seven of Cups. Love that one too. Gosh, as I'm seeing this deck, and I also don't really work with this deck as much as I like. And you know what, eventually in looking at this, I may end up edging these because I'm looking at this. If you look closely at the edge, you can see kind of where they're turning, they're like chipping. I love this Four of Cups. God, it's an amazing Four of Cups. This is actually a cool deck. I think I'm finally ready to work with it more. The Empress. Really pretty. Stylish, you know. Ace of Wands. It's a stylish kind of deck. It's got, you know, I don't know. It's just got a little swag I like. Here's Two of Pentacles. And here is the Ten of Pentacles. And I'm going to show you one more. And I love a good Nine of Swords card. You know, so this is a good Nine of Swords card. Very good Nine of Swords card. So yeah, I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will be trying to use this a bit more. I have not hardly used it as much to my liking. Is a great shuffler because it's a Llewellyn deck and it riffles shuffles like a dream. So that's the Steampunk Tarot by Barbara Moore. And yeah, another cool Llewellyn deck. Then next up I think this was the next one. I got them pretty close together. Heavy box. I talk about this one a lot because it's one of my favorite decks at the moment. And it is the Celtic Tarot by Kristoffer Hughes, illustrated by Chris Down. It's a hefty box. It's heavier than, I mean, no, this one's heavier. I think it's because the book it's a lot more juicier. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. I wonder how it compares to this deck. About comparable. And the Celtic Tarot also has a lovely flip box, which I adore. Here's like the inside. Trying to get it without a glare, but I can't seem to. It's got this gorgeous guidebook. I actually started reading the guidebook just as a book. Here's about the author and about the artist. And I love his writing style. Kristoffer Hughes. He's funny and he uses a few curse words in it. I appreciate that. He has an intro, brief history of the tarot. Then he starts going into the major arcana. Oh, he also, before he does that, he says the storehouse of wisdom. A tree of tradition. Just looking at the various chapters. How to use the tarot. Nice. Lots of tips. A lot of good juicy information in a lot of the guidebooks that come with tarot. Thankfully, right? So if you take the time to read the books when you can gain a lot of insight and knowledge about the history and about the meanings of the cards. And they make for good reading too if this is your passion. Here's just a full representation in color of this deck. It's like, how much is this deck? Oh, on par with the other ones. And it's just gorgeous. It's got glossy images, glossy pages. That's why it's heavier than the modern Spellcasters and Steampunk Tarot boxes. Just adore this particular deck so much. It reads so well. I use it You can use it for general readings and love readings. It was in my it's been in a couple of my favorites videos, and the most recent favorites video is my December 2017 favorites. And there's the Moon card. 7 of Wands. 4 of Cauldrons. 7 of Swords. 10 of Shields. Equilibrium. 9 of Shields. The Fool. 2 of Cauldrons. Queen of Wands. There's a lot of phallic energy in this deck, as you can see by her throne. And I appreciate that. 4 of Swords. 6 of Shields. King of Cauldrons. Sorry for the nudity. Death. Let's see. 9 of Swords. A lot of dragons. Not a lot, but more than I normally see. Here is the Sun card. And here's the Lovers card. So yeah, this is a great deck. Here's the backs. It is reversible. The book does discuss reverse meanings. Let me just see what else the book discusses. Look at this 9 of Swords, guys. This is my favorite 9 of Swords of all 9 of Swords. And it has the key words. It has a message. I like the meaning here. Divinatory meanings. I thought that there were reverse meanings, but I misspoke, guys. There are some additional there's quite a few spreads in here. A relationship spread, which I need to check out. It says the relationship spread has the querent, the relationship, your expectations, the other person, their expectations, your fears, their fears, influences, and outcomes. It's a great little love reading spread. The Triskeli spread, the issue or question, material, emotional, creative. Yeah, no, it doesn't have reverse meanings. Let me see if it has anything. No. That's okay. We don't need reverse meanings. We can look at the shadow. And I think Branches of the Celtic Tarot, that's the name of the book that Kristoffer wrote. And he covers the shadow in the meanings, I believe, is why I feel like there is reverse meanings in there, or captured. Okay, and then finally the last Llewellyn deck that I got, it's by Deborah Blake. It's Everyday Witch Tarot. Art by Elisabeth, Alba. I love that Llewellyn makes it clear who wrote the book and who the art is created by. I think that's important. You know, the artist should also be prevalent on the box. Yes, the creator should have top billing, sure, but the artist should also be acknowledged. So I appreciate that. Again, lovely magnetic box that I find delicious. Here's the inside. Again, I'm not going to go too in depth on this because I don't know if I did a review or not. I probably talked about this deck before in another video, but there's a lot of videos for this deck, and with good reason. It's a good deck. Here's the backs. I was hesitant to get a kitschy kind of themed deck, like a witch deck. I'm not a witch. I love witches, but I'm not a witch. And I'm not really into those kind of things. But something told me I should get this deck. And I'm glad I did. Here's the death card. Because it's really, I was able to, as soon as it came out of the box, able to start doing readings with it right away. Knight of Cups. It was like, oh, it's ready to be my friend instantly. No deck interview required. Eight of Wands. I love that. Looks like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Here's the Devil card. Here's the Three of Cups. Here's the Nine of Swords. Another good Nine of Swords. Let's see. It looked like she was up till dawn, y'all, stressing out. Here's the Empress. Ten of Wands. The Star. Beautiful. Queen of Cups. Five of Wands. I really like this Five of Wands. Look at the little kitties that are also kind of arguing at the bottom here. So cute. Knight of Swords. Eight of Cups. And look at this pretty Ace of Cups. And Temperance. Nice. I'm not going to keep going here, but yeah, I love this. It's not really easy to see the reversals. Let's see what's covered in the book or the guide. Here's the guidebook. Not as thick as, say, the Celtic one, or I think it was the Steampunk, but still a really good guidebook. I also enjoy reading this one as well. Also glossy. I think Llewellyn started moving to these glossier pages in recent history. And let's see. Contents. It has about this deck and how to use it, how to do a reading, common questions and answers, some tarot extras, the major arcana, the minor, and the conclusion. She gives an introduction. She goes to chapter 1. Here's the image, the meaning over here. Things to consider, which I really like this section. Sometimes if I just have a quick question about what a card meant, I don't read the whole thing. I come here, think to the things to consider section. And then it has a place where you can put notes. I'm not going to really probably use that section because I'm not going to write in this book. I have my own journal that I take notes on. So I wouldn't be writing in my guidebooks for sure. But it was a nice touch. But I'm sure there's some people who write and mark up their guidebooks to high heaven. But I'm just not one of them. But yeah. So yeah, that's that. That's my very small Llewellyn deck collection. I'm going to add this to my playlist of decks collection videos that I have. And let me know what Llewellyn decks you have in your collection. And if you have a video featuring your Llewellyn decks, that's great too. Thank you all so much for watching. Many blessings to you. Take care. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.